this shit is on my radar now. This shit kind of funny. Very random. We got Taylor Swift and CharliXCX beef. Hey, hey, I'm ready to take on the Swifties, man. Y'all know what side I'm on, twin. I'm on CharliXCX side, nigga. Alright. Y'all know I fuck with Brad on this channel. Yes, sir. That shit was hard, nigga.
I'm so proud.
And Taylor Swift music is like bland chicken to me, dog. So yeah.
Of her to have watched so much
That's my
happen in her
stance on it.
life.
She's an incredible businesswoman.
I'm so proud of her to have watched so much happen in her life.
She's an incredible businesswoman and she's really kind.
You are pitted against your peers.
CharliXCX threw shade at Taylor. Swifties are abuzz about a possible diss track on Taylor's new album.
I don't hate you, and I don't think about this, but like, thank you for all the effort.
Girl, this
Grown ass man. Hey, I just clicked on the first video to pop up when I searched CharliXCX and Taylor Swift beat.
is so confusing. Once upon a time, Taylor
Hey, I've stumbled into the girls, man. The girls. This is not my average demographic.
Swift and CharliXCX used to be friends.
XCX.
They would hang out at events, cover each other's music, and even toured the world together. But then, boom, clap. They started
I can't take this nigga serious, bro. Yo, dog. And then boom, clap, bro.
throwing subtle jabs at each other. But then, boom, clap. They started throwing subtle jabs at each other,
Like the Taylor Swift
engaging
song.
in chart rivalries
Yo,
and
nah, this is
dropping
amazing.
diss tracks. What on earth happened between them? Let's break it down.
Why he animated like that, dog?
Each other, engaging in chart rivalries and dropping diss tracks. What on earth happened between them? Let's break it down.
Yo, this nigga don't act nothing like this when he turn the camera off. yo, it's like y'all ever seen that? It's like a cartoon. The white dude, the little white kid, he like talking to his parents. I'm off to school now, and then he opened the door. What's up, yo? What's up, man? This cut right when he turned the camera off.
But first, it is important to set out the friendship timeline between the two. Please mind the dust on my hoodie. I tried to eliminate a mosquito in my Airbnb using my hoodie and discovered that the walls are covered in dust.
Right.
While Taylor started in the music industry a lot earlier than Charli, it appears that Charli was on Taylor's radar ever since the release of her first album, after saying that she was blown away with Charli's songwriting after hearing Stay Away in 2011. The two then interacted backstage at the Jingle Ball in 2014. They must have had a mutual respect for each other since Charli did a cover of Shake It Off for BBC Radio 1's Live Lounge, and Taylor included Stay Away in a breakup-themed playlist in 2015. Additionally, Charli appeared as a surprise guest on the 1989 World Tour in October 2015.
Run that back, Turbo.
Appeared as a surprise themed playlist in 2015. Additionally, Charli appeared as a surprise guest on the 1989 World Tour in October 2015, performing Boom Clap. Even with all of the friendly interactions, Charli was never part of Taylor's iconic girl squad, which had a glorious rise and fall in the mid-2010s.
To learn more, go watch my video on it.
By 2016, both artists went through very pivotal moments in their careers. Charli had become an experimental indie darling, working with the innovative producer Sophie to make music in the genre that is now known as hyperpop. On the other hand, Taylor removed herself from the public eye after her reputation was damaged by Kanye and Kim Kardashian. Because of this, Charli and Taylor did not have any interactions for a couple of years. But
this nigga got them Billy Butcher head movements.
Made a successful comeback with the release of her album Reputation, she announced a world tour featuring two opening acts, Camila Cabello and CharliXCX. The fact that none of these people like each other anymore is crazy. As I mentioned earlier, Charli was making hyper pop influenced music, so it did not resonate with Taylor's younger fan base. Most nights, Charli was performing to what felt like 10% of the crowd.
Lord.
In a Pitchfork interview in 2019, Charli talked about performing at the tour as getting up on stage and waving to 5-year-olds.
What?
Swifties were clearly offended
Yo, the genre of memes is so like, nah. We
by
don't
this
use that shit
quote
over here.
because some of them are 5 3/4, and that is a huge difference. Charli clarified that her comments were taken out of context and reiterated that she was incredibly grateful
funny.
to
That was
Taylor
funny.
for the opportunity.
Are you still on tour with Taylor Swift, or
I'm on tour still. She's an incredible businesswoman and she's really kind. She makes us feel like so welcome. It feels like a girl gang on tour together. It's really good.
When the Reputation tour came to an end, so did Charli and Taylor's friendship. While they may have bumped into each other at industry events or at parties, there is no evidence that the two hung out ever since. Fast forward to 2023, Taylor broke up with her long-term boyfriend Joe Alwyn, and rumors started circulating that she was seeing Maddie Healy, the lead singer of the 1975.
Don't give a flying fuck,
Although
dog.
they were never official, they were clearly hanging out. At the same time, Charli was dating Matty Healy's
Relevance.
bandmate, George Daniel. This meant that Charli and Taylor bumped into each other backstage at 1975 concerts. No photos of the two were posted online, but this was established with the release of Brat in 2024,
Oh,
which
yeah.
featured the song Sympathy is a Knife. In the song, Charli sung about feeling insecure and lesser than around another woman. Unnamed, but
Hey. Nigga, we got random beef, my nigga. Taylor Swift and CharliXCX. Hey, if you don't know her, you know, I rock with CharliXCX. That's that shit she dropped last year. That shit was hard. I wasn't even listening to no hyper pop type shit up until like I pressed play. That shit was hard. You know, I like when niggas drop an album and it's just on some, you know, not on no like industry shit, just on some confident different shit, like Tyler Creator, for example, something like that. And that's the type of industry she had on that shit, and it sounded good, of course. Like a reason why I don't really like listen to somebody like Billie Eilish is because her voice don't hit all the time. But she not bad at all. I see the vision fully, but it's just not that much in tune with what I like hearing. But Taylor Swift, on the other hand, fuck no. That's like Drake. But Drake is like just more sonically to my liking, I guess.
most likely referring to Taylor Swift. Why? Let's look at the clues.
Oh yeah, I've been clowning this. I've been slick clowning this nigga the whole time because I just searched the first thing, like I just searched Taylor Swift, CharliXCX beef, and clicked the biggest video to pop up, and I ended up on the girl side of YouTube. So yeah, this shit is entertainingly
please do not forget
hilarious.
to subscribe if you have not done so already.
On
the
gang,
most likely
subscribe, bro.
reference to Taylor is the lyric, "Don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show. Fingers crossed behind my back. I hope they break up quick." Charli is clearly talking about a woman that is dating someone in the 1975. Does this immediately mean that she is referring to Taylor Swift? No. But in the chorus, she sings, "Cause I couldn't
This
even..."
nigga animation is hilarious, dog.
be her if
You don't act like that in your normal day-to-day life.
Tried. I'm opposite. I'm on the other side.
Hey,
Here,
nigga, game
Charli
is
is
game,
saying
though.
that this woman is more successful than her and could not even attain that level of success even if she gave 110%. The only other famous woman to date someone in the 1975 at the same time as Charli were Taylor Swift and FKA Twigs.
FKA
Now,
Twigs, another GOAT, nigga. Now, hey, I don't want to see that type of feud. I don't know who to choose. I slick might have FKA Twigs over CharliXCX. I don't know if we're going album by album or anything, but just like generally, I'm going FKA Twigs, my nigga.
Throw Twigs shade, but I highly doubt Charli was talking about her. Additionally, Charli sung about being opposite to the woman. This was most likely referring to Taylor Swift because she was the biggest star on the planet in the middle of the uber successful Eras Tour. While everybody assumed that this song was about Taylor Swift, nobody perceived it as a pure diss track. The
Right.
closest lyric to dissing Taylor is the one where she hoped that she would break up with Maddie Healy. The rest of the song is about Charlie battling her own insecurities and self-hatred for not feeling as successful as the other people in her industry. In her own words, she said, "The song is about me and my feelings and my anxiety and the way my brain creates narratives and stories in my head when I feel insecure and how I don't want to be in those situations
Bars and
physically when I feel self-doubt."
Some days you can feel unbelievably insecure, other days you can feel highly competitive, sometimes you can feel like literal trash, and it's really emotional and it's complicated to deal with, and we're not supposed to talk about it, but these songs do talk about it.
Taylor initially seemed
Yeah. Charlie been like kind of dissed her. Taylor Swift just shot back on her last album. That ain't like it had to come out like a week or two ago, I think, or that's when I started hearing about it for real. So yeah, that's why niggas is talking about it now, cause big Taylor just put a pen to it, as Drake would like to say.
bothered by the song, trooping on with the Eras Tour and promoting her own album, The Tortured Poets Department, that released a couple months earlier than Brat. The Brat album immediately received universal critical acclaim, and it was projected to hit #1 on the UK charts for the week. Then, out of nowhere, a couple days before the end of the week, Taylor announced a special variant of her album for sale, exclusively for UK fans. The internet was outraged because it felt like an intentional way to block Charlie from getting a #1 album, not even in America, but in her homeland. People had also noticed that Taylor had a pattern of doing this with other artists. For example, Taylor released a special variant of her album the same week that Billie Eilish released Hit Me Hard and Soft, blocking her from the #1 spot for that week. Swifties argued that the UK only release did make sense because she was touring the UK at the same time, and it's also unfair to criticize an artist for promoting their album and wanting it to sell well, which, yeah, that's completely valid. Ultimately, Taylor got the #1 spot on the UK charts, which got Charlie's fans so upset that they chanted anti-Taylor sentiments at Charlie's concerts. Charlie was quick to denounce this online. A couple of months later, Charlie did a photo shoot for New York magazine with a giant severed hand that had a bunch of friendship bracelets on it. Swifties interpreted this as Taylor shade since fans would exchange friendship bracelets at the Eras Tour. But exchanging bracelets was also a common thing for people to do when they go to raves, which was the entire theme of the Brat album. Around the same time, Taylor complimented Charlie in an interview, saying, "I've been blown away by Charlie's melodic sensibilities since I first heard Stay Away in 2011. Her writing is surreal and inventive always. She just takes a song to places you wouldn't expect it to go, and she's been doing it consistently for over a decade. I love to see hard work like that pay off." In this context, it felt like Taylor was not offended by Sympathy is a Knife and was not trying to intentionally block Charlie on the chart. Taylor was even seen dancing to Charlie's performance at the 2025 Grammys, which I've also made a video on. In October 2024, Charlie released the Brat remix album. Fans were hoping that Taylor would make a surprise appearance on the Sympathy is a Knife remix, but no, we get Ariana Grande. The lyrics were changed entirely, which completely changed the theme of the song. Instead of it being about battling insecurities, the remix focused on tall poppy syndrome, the feeling of being cut down by others after achieving success. This version had no reference to Taylor, and in my personal opinion, is the better version. By the end of 2024, the discourse around Charlie and Taylor was old news. Nobody cared about it anymore. This leads us to August 2025, when Taylor announced the release date and track list of
this shit be kind of funny because Swifties ain't fucking with it. Yo, it's bad out here, man. It's bad out here.
Album, The Life of a Showgirl. Just like what happens
like,
with every
Swifties
other
not
album,
blindly
fans start to
liking
jokingly
anything
make
Taylor
videos
dropped.
about how certain songs are going to sound before their release. Comedian Veronika Słowikowska posted a video predicting what The Life of a Showgirl was going to sound like, which made CharliXCX's close friend and current girlfriend of Maddie Healy, Gabriette, comment, "Babe, record actually romantic please." For those of you that are not hardcore Swifties, you probably had a brain aneurysm trying to comprehend this comment, so let me fix it for you. It should read, babe, comma, record, quote, actually romantic, end quote,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, I understood
If
that,
you
nigga,
are
I'm not
still
stupid.
lost, Gabriette was asking Veronica to record track 7 of Taylor's new album titled Actually Romantic. This got the internet buzzing, questioning
yo, this
why
nigga think we're
Gabriette
stupid.
wanted this specific track to be recorded. Well, the only guess at the time was that the song's lyrics allegedly leaked online, apparently dissing CharliXCX. Retrospectively, the leaked lyrics ended up being the official lyrics to Actually Romantic, but at the time, they felt fake. The lyrics did not sound like a prototypical Taylor Swift song, and people assumed that a troll made them up as a way to promote infighting between fans or hype up the album on Twitter. Because of this, people assumed that Gabriette was falsely tricked into believing that these lyrics were real and that she was a clown for shading Taylor. But once the album was officially released on October 3rd, 2025, also known as Mean Girls Day, it was proven that the leaked lyrics were real. In Actually Romantic, Taylor calls out a woman for bullying her, but just like what is said in kindergarten, when a bully is mean to you, it's because they actually love you. So this person talking smack about Taylor is actually romantic. You know what? I'll let Taylor explain it in her own words.
Right.
I don't hate you, and I don't think about this, but like, thank you for all the effort.
So, why does everybody believe that this song was directed at Charlie? Well, let's look at the clues.
Yo, this video
Firstly,
feel long as
the
hell,
song's title could reference Charlie's song, Everything is Romantic. Everything is Romantic was track 7 on Brat, and Actually Romantic is track 7 on The Life of a Showgirl. In the opening lyric, Taylor references how the person she is singing about is brave after...
Hold on, wait. Calling me broke Barbie when the coach got you brave. Hey, that's crazy, nigga. She say you strong out, nigga. She saying you basically pussy, nigga. You just talking. You just talking their head, nigga.
References how the person she is singing about is brave after.
I'm interpreting her into what she really meant to say if she were a real nigga.
Drinking Coca-Cola. Taylor must be a Pepsi head. This is the biggest cola war that has happened since Britney and Christina's back in the early 2000s. To learn more, go watch my video on it. Now, I need to say allegedly in caps lock, but it is pretty well understood that Charli is a 365 party girl that sings about doing a little key and having a little line. The second lyric then talks about high-fiving her ex-boyfriend.
White people really just do that shit. Like, that was a humongous cultural shock. Like, I thought that was like frowned upon or something. They really just be doing lines. I can't get jiggy with that shit, dog. Get that, y'all tripping. Yeah, y'all extremely wildin', bro.
Broke up with Taylor. Out of all of Taylor's exes, the only one that Charli has a relationship with is Maddie Healy. This also links back to Charli's lyric in Sympathy is a Knife, where she sung about hoping that her and Maddie Healy would break up soon. There is also a lyric about a person writing a song about Taylor and that she feels sick when she sees her. This is clearly referencing the lyrics to Sympathy is a Knife. And in the chorus, Taylor sings, "No man has ever loved me like you do."
This right here, real nigga analysis. She's saying, you on my dick, nigga. You on... That's what she's saying right there. That's exactly what that means right there, nigga. She said, you on my dick. You need to hop off, nigga. She just ain't want to say it verbatim.
Taylor sings, "No."
This is her saying this, but still trying to portray the good girl image. But, boom. So she got to put it this way.
"No man
but really, though, she... type shit.
has ever loved me like you do." This likely establishes that Taylor is referring to a woman instead of a man. All clues lead to Charli. I cannot think of another woman that has written a song about Taylor and feeling sick about seeing her face, is still close with her ex-boyfriend, and allegedly drinks Coca-Cola. If Taylor felt like her song was a tit for tat, Actually Romantic feels disproportionate to Sympathy is a Knife. It feels like Taylor misunderstood what Charli was actually singing about in Sympathy is a Knife, and she felt like her song was an equal thrashing. Potentially, the song is more about the behind-the-scenes comments that Charli has made behind Taylor's back rather than just being a response to Sympathy is a Knife. Lyrics like the one saying that Charli called her a boring Barbie make it clear that the song extends beyond what was just said in Sympathy is a Knife. So it is possible that Actually Romantic is a product of hearing gossip rather than just being upset about Sympathy is a Knife. The internet was instantly critical of Actually Romantic, thinking that it was unnecessarily rude and that she completely misunderstood how Charli felt. Pitchfork even wrote an article saying that Actually Romantic is actually embarrassing. Taylor is incredibly savvy when it comes to business and the music industry, so I have to assume that she knew that this was going to be the reception. But the Swifties, of course, still had her back.
Actually Romantic is better than Sympathy is a Knife, cleared. Taylor wins.
Right.
There's just more of us. There are more Swifties than there are
this
Angels.
nigga.
So
This nigga zesty for
Angels are going to be in hell for a while.
As well as Nicki Minaj, that is going through it at the moment.
Wait, what Nicki say? What
As
Nicki
well
say?
as Nicki Minaj, that is
nigga, that's not a good sign. Nicki on your side, dog. That's yikes. That's
going
not
through
good.
it at the moment, let's just say.
Not good.
When listening to Actually Romantic, it does seem somewhat out of character for Taylor. It is easier for Charli to throw jabs at people in her music when her album title is literally called Brat, but Taylor was once the person that said, there's a special place in hell for women that don't support other women. While it might be unfair to say that Charli is allowed to be rude and Taylor isn't, it doesn't feel like the punishment fits the crime. From the information that the public knows, Charli has said that she felt insecure around Taylor, and Taylor's response was, I live rent-free in your head. Actually Romantic feels like Bad Blood 2.0, which was a diss track towards Katy Perry. Katy received a bunch of hate from the song when the main reason for their feud
I
was
wasn't
to
even
do
worried
with
about
three
that. I
backup
wasn't on that
dancers
side of the
leaving
world.
Taylor's tour for Katy's tour. While emotions can be heightened and artists should not have restrictions on their songwriting, Bad Blood and its accompanying music video feel disproportionate to the real life drama that went on with the backup dancers. Furthermore, the release of this song made people question whether Taylor blocking Brat on the UK charts was intentional as a way to get back at Charli.
Yeah.
Even though the release of Actually Romantic feels like an escalation to this feud, Charli is not innocent when it comes to shading other women, in particular, Camila Cabello. When Camila started teasing the release of her lead single, I Love It, discourse online was that it sounded a lot like Charli's song, I Got It. Camila posted a TikTok of her lip-syncing to the song in a car, and then days later, Charli lip-synced in a car to I Got It.
Yeah.
There was no
I ain't gonna lie,
other
Charli kind of wiped her on there. I'm not gonna lie.
intention but for Charli to add fuel to the fire, so Camila received a bunch more hate and was accused of being a copycat. Afterwards, Camila confirmed in an interview that Charli was never actually mad about the similarities with the song and was just playing into the Brat era. While Camila respected her explanation, she started off her new album cycle with hate and a bunch of allegations that she was copying other people's style. First impressions were set, and her album did not end up performing that well. Arguably, Girls So Confusing was also sorta kinda a diss track towards Lorde, but overall the concept of the song
everybody
was
beefing,
the
bro.
confusing, conflicting thoughts that one has towards an industry friend. Lorde fully understood the meaning of the song and suggested to work it out on the remix, which produced probably one of the most impactful songs of the 21st century. And if you think that I'm exaggerating, The Independent ranked it as the
My
best
dog don't listen to no rap.
song of 2024. As previously mentioned, people hoped that Sympathy is a Knife would get the same treatment as Girls So Confusing, but alas, they did not work it out on the remix. I wonder if it was ever in the cards for Taylor to feature, because I personally do not see Charli hopping on the remix to Actually Romantic. It is not her sound at all. Another thing that I'm super interested by is how this feud is going to affect industry friendship politics. Selena Gomez is Taylor's best friend, yet included Bluest Flame on her latest album, which was co-written by Charli. Is Selena cool with both? Was Taylor all good with Selena singing a Charli song? Also, while Taylor and Ariana have had barely any interactions over the years, did Taylor feel a certain way towards Ariana for featuring on the Sympathy is a Knife remix? And finally, what does this mean for Charli personally? If she did talk smack about Taylor to her inner circle, which friend spilled the tea to Taylor? Because they must have been someone credible enough, but also close enough to Charli that she felt safe to share things with them. Is Charli now walking around feeling paranoid that one of her closest friends can't be trusted? What do you guys think? Do you think that Actually Romantic was fair game? And do you think that there is a path forward between these two? Let me know in the comments. A quick reminder that I have a Patreon where I am posting exclusive content. Currently I have videos up on the 2002.
I'm good, dog. I'm good. Shout out you, WV. You know, I was entertained, even if it was in ways that I wasn't supposed to. W video, man. Shout out to Cuz. Shout out what you got going on. No free clout, nigga. Charli on top. Fuck the Swifties.